I'm like convinced, oh my God, I'm in purgatory, but I can't speak. Is that when you've died? Like, I literally thought I had died. And
This is the story of an aspiring designer and a self-proclaimed fame-hungry whore. They went to school together, but they never spoke. They find social interaction a chore. Until one day they started working together and traveling around the UK. The whore set after a new endeavor. She was bored being an NUA.
Have you got any holidays booked?
No. Do you? She was achieving her dreams, dancing on our screens, but got booted off after a week.
I don't smell!
While she was sat at her machine, sewing some jeans and trying too hard to be chic. Now they're coming together to talk about everything that they've been through. Getting robbed and pied, they've laughed and cried, and now they want to share it with you. That's class.
I was literally like...
Action.
Hello!
Welcome back.
Hi, friend.
How are you? We've not seen each other in so long because we've been away.
It'll be a while for us to warm up to each other. Awkward.
I know.
No, you look great. Amy, you've just had your hair done. You're looking like a new girl.
I'm a brunette, guys. Oh, for fuck's sake. Dad! Dad, what do you want? Right, I'll just put that... Okay, well, 2 seconds in, we've already fucked it.
No, you look good. I'm surprised you didn't do this earlier.
I know, literally the second I got it done, I was like, why didn't I do that?
You've got dark eyes. It's always weird. I always thought you had blue eyes, but you don't.
Then I will say, blonde hair, brown eyes is like
Yeah.
kind of an elite combo, which is why I was trying to keep that for ages, but you know what?
Your hair was dying. Like, it looks really healthy now.
Yeah, it's
But you did suit being blonde. It's just like hard to upkeep. Like, were you feeling sad? Are you like, how are you feeling it sitting in that seat?
On the day I was like, why am I doing this? Because the only time I ever had dark hair was when I was 15 and everyone at school called me the Ring for like a few months. So I was like, oh my God, hopefully.
But also since then, you've grown out your eyebrows. You know how to do your makeup. Like, remember your eyebrow?
Oh my God, we'll insert a pic. I used to, it's because I have quite like bushy eyebrows naturally. So when I was younger, I was like quite self-conscious. So I used to pluck them, but I just couldn't stop. Like I couldn't be stopped. They just go smaller and smaller and smaller. And everyone would be like, do you pluck? Have we already talked about this?
I don't know. I think you've just told me this, but it doesn't matter.
Everyone would be like, do you pluck your eyebrows? I'd be like, no. And proceeds to show like the fucking, you know, those like 90s like
You had like sperm ones, did you not? No, because I remember similar. I had a razor and I went down the middle of mine with my dad, and my mum was like, literally the same. Who done this to you? Who done this to you? And I said, no one.
by choice.
No, I just lied saying like I've not done anything, but it was so obvious.
Why was it embarrassing to do that?
don't know.
Something embarrassing about it. We've got sidetracked. Your holiday. Tell me all.
It's really good, thanks. But do you know what I was even thinking when I was like walking here? I was like, do you know what? I'm actually grateful to be back slightly in the cooler temperatures, because like I feel now I get really bad like rashes when I'm so hot.
Yeah.
Do you get that? Like,
What
well,
temperature was it?
oh, it's fucking hot. It was like in Singapore. It was like unbearable when you'd go outside, and it's not even like the nice tanning weather. It's like humid as well. So I'd get like this really awful rash in between my legs. I just couldn't walk, and I was walking funny. But the very first night, I feel like this is like the most craziest thing that happened, and after that we were just relaxing. But like literally the first night, because it's legal in Thailand, you'd love it, but even I said to Harvey, oh, should we bring back some of this for Imy?
You need to specify what it is.
It's weed. Weed.
Dope.
We got 460'd. Right,
By 460.
Pretty quick maths.
Oh, that is hilarious. 460. One time, basically, I got grounded for the whole of summer, the day that my GCSEs finished, because somebody put a photo on their Snapchat story of me with like a joint. It's like that. Bear in mind, I couldn't even inhale. So I got grounded for 3 months, and I didn't even smoke it. I just had it in my mouth. I couldn't inhale properly. And when I got, and bear in mind, we had this shitty printer that like I could never print off my homework. Like there was always problems with this printer. And I come home from this like celebration that GCSEs have just finished, and my dad has printed off the picture that was on this person's Snapchat story, and I walk in and he just goes, "You've been smoking dope."
So Wait, why does that? I'm not gonna say who it is, but one of my friends, I know you'll know straight away who it is, but I used to Facebook rape her all the time.
Rape is hilarious, by the way.
I think it was her uncle printed off the page and posted it to the family, and then she was grounded from seeing me for that summer. Probably the same summer as you, to be honest. And they're like, stay away from her. But yeah, basically, we went to this weed shop, and honestly, as soon as you open the doors, it was like, oh, like stinking. It's so cheap out there as well. I think it was like 500 baht. I don't know how much that is in pounds, but it's like probably a tenner. And it was, honestly, there was like a big thing of blue stuff, and it was called like Alien Wicked. And then like, obviously, I've never had edibles in my life, and I was like, well, we're here. And I was the one being like to Harvey.
You were pushing it.
I was like, please, can we go back? And like, I just really
Alright, Snoot.
I wanted to do it. And then we didn't have enough cash, and like, this was our first night, bearing in mind, so Harvey's family's there.
2 younger siblings, bear in mind.
And like, they've all gone to bed, and then Harvey's like, oh, let's just go ask my mum for cash. And I was like, no, I don't want your mum to know, like, this is so embarrassing. I was like,
Sorry, she's 27 years old. She's going on a family holiday with her boyfriend's family and 2 younger siblings who are like still like 15, and she's going up to the boyfriend's mom, Pete, would I be able to get some
20 baht, can I buy some weed? Literally. But like, she's so cool and everything, so she was like, yeah, that's fine. And like, she was like, oh, what are you gonna get? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, probably the chocolate cookie. And they sound quite yummy. And then we like go back, and so there was like a Thai woman. Like, the guy that obviously knows all about the weed, he was gone. And then me and Harvey are there, and then we go to the woman saying, oh, for like, we get this bag. So it's like a bag full of cookies. And then she was like, yeah. And he goes, how many per person? And she just goes, it all? Everything, eat all. And we're like, all right, okay. And there's like 2 cookies per person, so we just like take it straight away. And then we walk out the shop, and we bump into the like guy who speaks really good English, and he goes, what did you guys get? And then I'm like, the cookies. And then he was like, oh, like, have a good time, like, obviously knowing like what's gonna happen.
And you've already eaten 2 each.
2 each. And I just go to Harvey, I was like, well, what was that about? And Harvey goes, shall we go sit by the beach? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna lie, like, I just want to go straight back to the room. Thank God we did. And like, nothing's hit us yet, because I've never done this before.
Didn't you say it's 100 milligrams?
Oh my God, yeah. 100 per person. We had 100 each.
100
I
milligrams.
don't even know what that means.
But the reason why the next day, or like 2 days later, we went down like the strip, and everything is advertised as you only have like 5 grams per person.
100 is insane behavior. For someone who doesn't really smoke, who's never had an edible, I don't know. I can't even imagine what planet you were on.
It was, so then we have a beer, and then we're like, oh, shall we order room service, like, because we're gonna be really hungry later, like, this is gonna be so funny. And I'm like, yeah, and like, we're starting to like obviously start tripping or whatever, and like, I feel like I'm paralyzed, like, I can't move. And then Harvey, I don't know what happened, but all the lights are off, and then Harvey said that 3 of the waitresses come with all the food, and I'm just lying there like a pencil, like stiff, and I'm going, don't let them look at me, don't let them look at me, don't let them look at me. And Harvey's just standing there like, he put like dressing down on, and we're like giggling and stuff, like, this bit's all fun, like, we eat all the food, and we're like, ha ha ha. And then suddenly it hits me, and I'm like hysterically laughing, and Harvey's like, Mal, you're freaking me out, you're freaking me out. And I like, I've never even laughed like that in my life. I'm like, like freaking out. And then Harvey's like, got ketchup, and I go, oh, ketchup, and I just think it's so funny, and like, because obviously I've never done it, like, I don't know. And then from there, we both managed to fall asleep. But we wake up at 4 a.m, and I'm going like this, Harvey, you'll never believe what's just happened. I was like, I've just had this horrible nightmare. And then I'd fall back asleep, and then I'd do it again, Harvey! So I keep doing this 10, 15 times, like, on repeat, doing the same thing. But it obviously gets worse and worse every time I wake up, and his face is melting. Like, I'm seeing, like his eyes are black, like, blobbing all over the place. And then we have the mosquito light, and it's, like, in the corner, and I'm, like, convinced, oh my God, I'm in purgatory, but I can't speak. Is that when you've died? Like, I literally thought I had died, and I was, like, and then I finally get the strength up. But me and Imi had been texting just before this, And like you were at
Actually, 1 minute she's sending me a text being like, OMG, like, this is so funny, like, we've like taken edibles and all this. I'm like, oh, enjoy. And then the next day she brings me like,
no, and this is like the worst bit. So I like managed to get myself up, but I'm like also getting sleep paralyzed. So I'm like moving in and out, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm dead. Like my whole body's like gone. And I finally get the strength to get up, and I go like this, and I go like this, I'm alive.
wait, the next day when you woke up, you were still like,
It wasn't as bad, but we had the like I couldn't move. Like, it's the first day with their family as well. Like I'm just miserable.
yeah, what are the family doing at this point? Playing paddle or something?
And then I stand up on the bed, and we're also naked. I stand up on the bed and go, I'm alive, and I go, this isn't real. And then I finally like get off the bed, crawl onto the floor, like open the fridge, put my face in the fridge, and I'm just staring at it. And Harvey said that I'm obviously freaking out seeing him, thinking he's a demon.
Obviously.
Like the garage, he said my whole eyes were black, my hair is obviously everywhere, and I was like crouched over in the fridge, and he goes, what are you doing? And I just turn around and go, I don't know.
It's giving that picture of you after that night out.
Yeah, and then I'm like, from there, stand up, run outside, because we have like a outdoor bathroom area. I run outside, I put the shower on, I'm screaming, there's a demon in the room, there's a demon in the room, there's a demon in the room. And then Harvey comes out, he's like laughing, but it's so weird because I remember everything. But I was convinced that my brain was so clever. It was like, I was like living this like, was it simulation, like
alternate
over and over, and I was like, I've just done this, I was like freaking out, I was like, I've just done this. So I managed to unlock my phone, but like, because obviously we're in pitch black, my Face ID's not working, so I'm like, my phone's not working because I'm dead. And I was like, I managed to unlock it, text my friend Vari, then I go, Vari, please help,
Call an ambulance.
it takes me so long to type. I'm going, please help. And she replies going, what the fuck, what's wrong? And I go, if this is real, you'll send me a voice note. She sends a voice note, hello, you But that was it, and then we woke up and I was like, oh, what the fuck.
Fade it out.
An insane decision, by the way. There's kind of nothing worse when you realise you're in that situation and you just gotta wait it out till it's done. And it's gonna be a while.
Like, I had my phone, Harvey's phone, because I was convinced he had killed me and he was like dragging me down. So I was like, unlock the phone, but he couldn't do it either. But then I managed to unlock it, and I had a timer up, and I was looking at the time. So one phone was holding a timer, and the other, but I'm obviously so dyslexic and I'm not able to do this anyways. But I was like, is this correct? Like, trying to figure out the times and the minutes.
Sounds hellish. A day of the holiday wasted.
But, that was it, and we just had a relaxing time other than that.
Other than the existential panic.
I don't think I could ever do something like that again. It was so dramatic.
You're different as a person now. Imagine the next day you woke up and like you were just completely socially normal.
No, me, Harvey was like, there was parts of me in the early morning, because it started daylight, it started to come, and he was like, I'm just gonna have to accept that this is just Mal. And he was like, I've broken her, and she's now a freak.
Now?
Do you know what the worst bit was? When his mum was offering us money, I said, would you like one? Imagine I gave her one. I'm literally crying.
Oh my god, that is so fucking funny.
Do brunettes have more fun?
Clearly. This is the first episode where I've not had like shooting pains in the back of my hands because I've been so deeply nervous. But I think it's because it might be because we're just wearing chill outfits. Yeah. The pressures last week, guys. Our outfits last week.
And that was the hottest day of the year.
No. We had to shoot the promo images, which we're probably not even going to use, before, and we had to get our makeup done as well. And it was the hottest day of the year. We couldn't have the windows open. And honestly, by the time we were filming, we were both fuming. Like, we were actually fuming. I was livid. I was like, I can't. This is like the least I've ever wanted to film a podcast ever.
There's someone watching us.
Like, he was so sweet, and I was like, I feel bad. Like, even you just being exposed to this monstrosity.
Sat in the corner. We were both like melting blobs of Play-Doh.
But yeah, what else has been happening? You've just moved in with Harvey.
Amy, there's been so much happening, and I did say to you I was going to be emotional today, but now
You're already crying.
I'm crying, but that's a nice crying of laughter. It's so fun. But like so much has been happening, and I feel like I thought I was like, oh my god, do I hate myself? Like I was like, what's going on? But then it was like my period came. So when I was texting you being like, I might be emotional, I don't know if I will be now. Oh, okay. But like I might. But you know when it's the week before for me.
There's something in the air because
It's Mercury retrograde as well, so
I literally haven't had a mental breakdown since literally the week before COVID. I've been having
honestly. Oh, so you're okay?
Well, I am now, as of like today. But I've been having a nervous breakdown. Like, I'm literally 2 weeks of hysterically crying every single day. But I'll tell you why it is. Because basically, I've never been on contraception, like, in my life. And I get such bad periods that, like, I'm throwing up. I literally feel faint. I, like, can't even stand up. I can't basically have, like, a normal day on, like, the first 2 days of my period. So I was like, last 2 months ago, whatever, I was like, right, this is it. I can't have another one of these. I'm going on the pill. My mate was like, oh, I'm on this really good...
Which one?
I can't remember what it's called, but Bessie was like to me, oh, I'm on a really good one. I've not had any, like, side effects and you don't get a period. Do you want me just to give you a month worth of my subscription? You can try it and see how you like it. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like, yeah, that sounds great. Anyway. Take it. Still get my period. I guess it's like an adjustment. I still got all the period pains.
Oh my god.
And I, on top of that, literally feel like my life is over. I just couldn't stop crying, catastrophizing, thinking everything is just basically I've thrown them away now. There's no way. I can't do it another day. I was literally like having a nervous breakdown. And then to top it off, so this is kind of what thing is, I was questioning whether to speak about this, but I'm going to speak about it on the pod, but I'm still considering how I approach this on TikTok, because basically, so I get an email from Megan Thee Stallion's stylist asking me to do a custom, basically being like, oh, we're looking for stuff for like the MTV Awards red carpet. What do you have? I send what I have, and they're like, oh, we're looking for something a bit more like this. They send a mood board. I was like, okay, well, I'm planning on launching a grey dress. Here's a sketch. I can do something like this. Send the sketch. They're like, it's really, really good. I was like, okay, cool. Are you guys able to like cover the cost of fabric and stuff? They were like, yeah, we can cover like $100 for fabric and shipping or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. And then they say to me, could you add a slit and a train? And I was like, yeah, totally fine. I then was like, there's no point me spending, because basically we're filming today, I'm going away tomorrow, and I only had like 2.5 days basically to finish this. So I was like, right, I need to like crack on. There's no time for me to do a whole other tonal sketch with a slit and a train when you can imagine what it's going to look like. So I just sent them a picture of Google Images of a skirt with the slit and train, and I was like, what would something like this work? And they were like, yeah, whatever. So anyway, I spent 2.5 days making this dress. I get a fit model to come round and like who has similar measurements to try it on. So obviously I had to like pay her. I knew it maybe wouldn't get selected. They didn't say 100% this would get selected. It was going to be an option, but I was like, this is fine. I'll film all the process for TikTok, and then I'm going to launch basically like a wearable version of the dress anyway. So then that can be like good promo, like videos like that always do well, like making this for this celebrity. So I was like, sweet. Spend 2.5 days making it. Spend almost £200 in total on all the stuff. Send them a picture of it, and it's not even that they want me to send it, I might not use it, they don't even want me to send it, and they won't reimburse me for any of the thing. They were like, we didn't think you were actually going to make it, we just thought you were going to add like a slit and train to the drawing. And I was like, oh right, yeah, well, I just thought it's not really a good use of my time to do another drawing when like I'm going away in a couple of days and you guys need it for next week. And I was like, so would you guys still be able to cover like the cost? And they were like, we can check, but I already know what the answer is going to be. It's going to be no. And I was like, okay.
I mean, what the hell?
So that literally triggered mental breakdown 2.0, because I was like, for fuck's sake, because like obviously before I go away, it's always mad stressful, like getting all orders done, like trying to wrap everything up, because like obviously if I'm taking days off, like everything just pauses. So I was just so disappointed, and also I was so happy with the dress. Like we'll put in an image, like. But anyway, so I'm still going to obviously post, like, the TikTok of me making it, but I'm like, because the thing is, part of it was a misunderstanding, like, Well, I definitely like jumped the gun and just made it because I was
Yeah,
like,
but I prefer that you've like they've asked you to kind of make that, and you've shown initiative. Like here, like
well, exactly. I was like, it might not get picked, but I'm just gonna make it because I don't have a lot of time. Like, and also the time difference. You got to wait for replies. All that. I was like, I'm just gonna get started on it. So like, I'm not blaming them for that. But I'm like, I don't want to mention it's her on TikTok because then what happens is that one, because I've had beef with the stylist and stuff like on TikTok, I don't want to look like I'm the only clout I can get is from like drama and I'm just causing drama. And also I don't want to burn the bridge because like I know that there'd be a chance they work with loads of small brands that they could work with me again. But then at the same time I'm there like, she's worth 30 mil. The other day I stole toilet roll from a Pret. Do you know what I mean?
I've done that as well.
And they're like, the disparity is like crazy.
You've spoken so well, like, and held yourself.
I know,
It feels so
just
bad.
so annoying 'cause I'm like, I'll post about it on TikTok, but I might not say specifically like who it's for, and also not seem maybe not go into like the details of like what actually happened. I'll just say, oh, I didn't end up getting picked. But then the other thing that annoys me is like, I know if I post something like that, everyone's going to dogpile on the celebrity, which is like, okay, I don't want to burn that bridge, so I'm not going to mention it. But then the other thing that, oh my god, it annoys me. It annoys me so much is people then like come for me being like, you're such a mug for like doing stuff for free. And I'm there like, guys, like, I'm sorry that this is the industry standard. Like, I don't want it to be like that. Like, I would love to get paid for everything I do. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And unfortunately, as a business owner, you have to weigh up, like, risk versus reward. And you have, unfortunately, like,
Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
it doesn't mean it's right that they're not paying people, but it's like, I still need this opportunity. And people are like, God, like, someone was like, you're painfully naive, like, commenting on my shit. And I'm like, you don't know what it's like to be in this industry. Like, no one has budget. No stylists are given budget. Like, I have to do shit for free if I, like, and that's my choice because I can suss out, okay, I think that potential payoff is worth, like, the cost for me. And yeah, a lot of the time, like, you get fucked over. Like, it's just the way it is. And like even people being like, babe, you need to have contracts. I'm like, yeah, obviously I fucking know that. Like I've had my own business for 4 years. I do contracts. Like it doesn't mean people are going to stick to them because like if someone owes you 500 quid and they're overseas, they know you're not going to be able to sue them for like 500 quid.
Doing fashion, like how does that offend people? But like I'm doing stuff that probably is annoying and like people can have more of an opinion.
But then to be fair, sometimes I will play into it. Like for example, with the stylist thing. Like, I knew everyone was going to comment, you need a contract. So I didn't mention in the original video that I had a contract because I was like, people are more likely to comment something and it gives you engagement and it gives you a boost. And then people are calling me like an idiot in the comments and I'm thinking, well, you're actually an idiot because you've not realised that I'm actually like playing to this, like, for like more engagement so that I can like sell more product, but like whatever. But yeah, that kind of sent me west yesterday, but I'm over it now, but it's still so annoying. But do you want to see a picture? Do you want to see a picture of the dress? It's so nice as well.
I'm actually like wanting to cry. Like even the other day, don't know who I was speaking to you about. Wait, I don't know who I was talking. Yeah, about you two. I was speaking about you to the taxi driver. That took me to the airport. They're like a chauffeur company, and I was like just saying, I think it was them. I was like, I get so emotional about it because you work so hard, and it's like people don't understand. It doesn't just take like which PLT can do because they've got manufacturers everywhere. Like she makes it by herself, and like it's so like soul destroying to see like because you're so. Because you're so talented, and it's like. It's so unfair. Like
I literally get emotional speaking about you as well. Like you should have seen me on. I was just on like a girls' holiday, and like someone's like, "Oh, how's Mal getting on?" And I go on like they all they want me to say is like, "Yeah, good." And I go on like a 20-minute monologue rant. I'm like, you guys just don't understand. Like she has like been herself against the odds, and it's paid off. Like all this. It's like that meme of like the person on the sofa like that, and then the other person like. Explaining that's thing is I think people definitely underestimate you because
and you
I thought everyone thought I was pretty.
They don't underestimate, they underestimate me.
No, but it's in like people who do comedy content, like people just think, oh, it's silly goofy. They don't realize like how much planning, well, I mean good one. Yes. Thing is, I was saying this to my mates because obviously being an influencer as a job, like it is obviously like fairly easy. It's full time, but like it's not like working like a fucking 9 to 5. But growing your audience is actually really hard, I think. Like actually like trying to figure out your niche and trying to grow your following is actually, like, it's tough. I'm not saying it's like the same as like working a fucking like nursing shift, like, obviously, but like obviously people see like influencers just like chilling or whatever and they think, oh yeah, it's so easy, which it is, but like growing your audience, like, it is really hard to do. Like, I've
Being interesting.
yeah, like, I've actually spent, I said to you the other day, like a decade basically posting consistently on Insta, and I've only got like 40k.
No, but I have goosebumps as well, because I literally said to Amy, like, hyping her up this chat, being like, today is the 8th of August, and it's like an amazing day for manifesting. And like, obviously we've not released this podcast yet, and I got goosebumps everywhere. I've got goosebumps.
Maybe you're cold.
No, I'm not. It happens. It's my special tingles. I get them in my fanny sometimes.
Can I just take this, because I don't know why my parents keep ringing me. One sec. Hey, Mum. Oh, thanks so much. Is everything okay? Because I'm kind of filming something right now, but Dad rang me as well. Oh.
Perfect. Thank God. I was like, someone...
No, oh, not again. I'm such a catastrophizer. I'm like, my dad called me. My mum called me.
Something's wrong.
Someone's died. Yeah. Who is it? Whoa. Who is it?
Speaking of, well, not really, but...
Oh, no.
No, he's okay, but I was just saying, like, part of this job is, like, you always have to be on the ball and everything, and it was, like, my first kind of event that I was, like, me being the face of it, and it was like really stressful anyways, because it was a Saturday and it was Pride, and where we hosted it was like in the middle of nowhere where my management is, and like it's really difficult to get to, and I was like so stressed anyways, because I was like, oh my God, who's going to be there? And like, this is, Amy, you can relate about your pop-up, and it's like so much pressure on
in-person events. Oh. So wait, explain what it was.
Well, I did my first run club, and I was like, it did go well, and it was with the High Stride, the sunglasses people who I love, and it was so fun. But like just the before it, and it's like I couldn't even like have small talk with the High Stride people. I was just going like, I'm so nervous. And then like, I had the hand tickles. I had I felt sick, and then like people would be like, how are you? You ready for today? And I'd be like, oh, no. Like, I literally, because it's like so much pressure. But when it was happening, I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. And like, people came, and I was like, thank goodness, like, some people were there. And it was like enough to fill the space. But to be fair, it was like so big, so it looked like there wasn't that many people. But there was like...
There looked like there was loads of people.
There was enough people, thank goodness. But I'm such an optimist as well. We sold like 80 tickets, so I was like, oh yeah, like I'm so naive. 80 people are going to be there. Yes. Not as many people came, so I was like feeling disheartened, but everyone kept saying you did so well. But mid-run, and there's all these girls that have like come by themselves, so I'm like, oh, like excited, because they're like, oh, you've motivated me to do this. Like, I'm so nervous, I would never come to anything like this. Mid-run, I'm like having the best time, like, oh, it's all gone well, like, yay, and like I'm doing really well and stuff, and then I get a call on my Apple Watch, and I'm like, it's my uncle, and I'm like, it's Saturday, why is he calling me? We don't like really speak. And I was like, oh my God, I literally just first think like my dad's dead. And I was like, and I'm like hosting this thing, and I have to go back and talk to everyone at the end, and I'm like mid-run, like, hi, like obviously running, and he's like, Melissa, do you have a chance to speak right now? And I'm like, I'm middle of a run right now, can I give you a call back when I get there? And he's like, yeah, no worry. And I'm like, literally, look at Harvey, and I was like, and he just knows, and I was like, and I ran, we got all the way back, and I like talked to everyone, blah blah blah, go around the corner, and I'm so, I don't know how to explain it, like, you know when you see things and you're like, that's a symbol. There was like a dead blue tit on on this table, and I was like, my dad.
You were like, my dad's got blue tits.
My dad's got blue tits. I know. And I was like, yeah, you last week. I was like, I literally was convinced, like, he's dead, and I was like trying to, I answered the phone, and like, well, I called him back, and then they're like, he's in hospital, and like, not going into the details of it, but like, obviously, it's like, I just didn't know what to do, and like, yeah, that's why I was been sad.
The fact that happened on that day, also the fact that you didn't know what it was about, and you had to keep doing the event, like, being like, come on everyone, like.
With this job as well, you have to be like, my best self all the time, and like I've never been in the scenario when it's like, oh, actually, like I don't feel good doing this, because I've had a really good year, like everything's been great, and then I was like, oh my god, and you just feel like everything around you like, and then one of my best friends were there. I couldn't even tell her then, because I was like, if I tell her, I'm gonna burst out crying, and I was like, I'm just not gonna say. And then we actually had to go out for drinks with like everyone after, and then we go out to another thing with like all our friends from school, and I'm like out for drinks with them.
There's just like a dead chaffinch outside the pub.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
This blue tit. But I'm like, oh my god. And then straight away, like, it was horrible, because I was like, this is like the first time I've kind of been like, fuck, I'm actually an adult now. And I was like, but my dad's fine, and I had to go up, and like we have a dog, and like it's so sad, and I know it's not like a big deal,
It is a big deal.
just more for him, and like I love her so much, and like all within one day I had to rehome her, and like she's my best friend, and like it's okay, because like someone else is. I'm surprised I'm not crying actually, but because I'm just like, I think, you know, it's like makes you numb and stuff, but like. And then having to post all this stuff on social media, I'm like having to do a confused.com ad, and I'm literally in Edinburgh, like rehoming my dog, floods of tears, going to the hospital, seeing my dad like all dishevelled, and like he literally looked so ill. He was in hospital for like 3 weeks, and I was like having to post like these stupid little videos, and I'm like, how does that feel right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, obviously I have to do it, because otherwise I can't make money, but it's just like, it feels so wrong. And
It feels like fake.
yeah, it feels fake.
It's like getting to that age where your parents, you kind of have to look after them. It's just a big realization, you know?
And I had a picture of me crying on my Instagram, because I just wanted people to know, like, I'm not always like, ugh. And then some fucking nasty boy screenshotted that picture of me crying, and they've made a hate page with my picture of me crying.
He definitely wants to bone you. Like, let's be real.
Comments on everything. And
Who
he's
goes
like,
to that effort? Like,
yeah.
anyways, my babes, I'm here for you.
Yeah, just like,
Awkwardly.
I know, I just really want a hug, and I just...
Oh God, well, maybe wait till you get home to Harvey for that one. Or awkward ass hugs. So basically, for context, guys, this is the 4th ep that we're filming, but we've actually not released any of the episodes yet. We're going to be releasing them after.
shy.
We're nervous. We're going to be releasing them after this, and I need to record the audio of the song today, the intro. So I was just thinking I may as well just do it on the episode, but you cannot make me laugh.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at you.
And then you need to add in your ad-libs. I'm either thinking a Scottish accent or an American accent. There's no way I can do it in my real
Why are you doing
voice.
a fucking American accent?
Like, because it's like a theme song. So, right, anyway, I'll give you one of each. Let me get my... I've just realised I'm currently free bleeding. I've not actually...
I am on my period too.
Really, I can feel it.
You need Moddy Bodies.
I know.
I actually, after this, I'm going to tell Amy how good they are, because like, these are the best.
No, you can tell me now. I'm getting
Alright.
up.
Guys, Moddy Body is the best thing ever. Like, I would go to sleep, like, you know, on first day period, you just don't want to put a tampon in because it's like uncomfortable, it hurts. Like, what do you do? Because I've just got new White Company bedding, like, I don't want to bleed all over the sheets, like, with my new man, not my new man's, but my man's in my new home. So Moddy Body has saved the day.
I might actually need to go run put something in because it is really...
Do you want me to still talk, or shall I just be quiet? Well, now she's going to shove a tampon in live on camera in a 3, 2, 1.
My sister's husband very kindly did this.
Thank you.
You can't look at me. Which one should I do first? American or Scottish? Thing is, I always start Scottish and it goes American. Okay, right. Bear in mind, this will be auto-tuned, obviously, right? This is the story.
No, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Okay. Sorry. This is the story of an aspiring designer and a self-proclaimed fame-hungry whore. They went to school together, but they never spoke. They find social interaction a chore. It's one of these. Fuck. Wait, let me go again. Let me go again.
So
Wait, let me go again. By the way, there's a little gap between like the verse and the chorus, and I think we can do a like longer ad lib where we go. So you got any holidays booked? Okay, right. Come on, Amy, you got this, right? This is the story of an aspiring designer and a self-proclaimed fame-hungry whore. They went to school together, but they never spoke. they find social interaction not sure. Until one day they started working together and travelling around the UK. The horse set after a new endeavour. She was bored being an NUA.
Have you got any holidays booked?
No. Do you? She was achieving her dreams, dancing on our screens, but got booted off after a week.
I don't smell.
While she was sat at her machine, sewing some jeans and trying too hard to be chic. Now they're coming together to talk about everything that they've been through. Getting robbed and pied, they've laughed and cried, and now they want to share it with you. What the fuck? That's class.
I was literally like this.
Okay, I think that was it.
Sick.
Well, cheers, guys, for being part of that.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
So stupid. And this might have been a shorter episode, but yeah, we'll catch you next week.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That's it.
That's it. Goodbye.
Right.
I think that was really good of me.